Well, good evening everyone, good afternoon and good morning wherever you are in the world. My name is Henry Yu and today we are on the Drac's Clubhouse SMP. Now, I have a little bit of a thing that we need to get done, and that is a little Christmas build right over at spawn in the Winter Wonderland. Now, before we can do that, I will need to collect a few resources and take it with me. Now, as per usual, I might not have all the resources with me when I need them, but we are going to check it out, see if we can get something done, and yes, I guess the only thing we can do is to get started. Alright, so let's see what resources we feel we need to take with us, and then I'll just place them in an ender box or in a shulker box, and we can take them with us to spawn. Now I do believe we are going to use a little bit of spruce, maybe a little bit of pale oak. Definitely going to need some calcite, quartz slabs, maybe quartz stairs as well. Ice is unnecessary. Misfit, good evening and how are you? I was wondering whether I'll see you because I saw Muxton also just went live. So I guess that puts you in a little bit of a more difficult situation. Having more than one person live that you might want to keep company. You're finally eating. Well, it is lunchtime, isn't it? Are you having your egg salad today? Or have you already finished that off? So yes, as I was saying, I'm just trying to collect a few materials, a few things that I think we might need for that little Christmassy build that I'm going to attempt to build. And as per usual, I'm definitely not all that prepared. You're finally having your egg salad sandwich. You know, the problem I've got with eggs standing like that overnight, it's just a smell of egg. So like, I wouldn't say that I can't stand the smell, but it is just like your eggs does have quite a strong smell, especially when it's been standing in a fridge for a while. I guess I wouldn't say, I wouldn't really go as far to say that it does bother me all that much. It's just a little bit of a funky smell. Oh, well, you know what? If I don't have all the resources that I need, I can always just pop back over here. But I think the main resources is going to be, or for the base little house, it's just a, what's it, a 9x9 little house I'm building. The main resources is going to be the spruce, the pale oak, the calcite, and maybe some stone. I should maybe take a little bit of diorite with me as well. Then I think I can go over there, pick a spot, and see if I can get started. The main thing when I'm building anything is that I need to start placing blocks to get an idea of how it's going to turn out. Celtic Vix. Good evening, Susie. You are Susie, right? Am I saying it right? I believe I am. If I'm not, it's probably close enough. So it is nighttime. That's me, and yes, you said it right. Thank the Lord for that. Susie, so the plan tonight is I want to go over to the Winter Wonderland and maybe start a little bit of a build I've got in mind. A little bit of a Christmas cottage sort of build. But as per usual, I'm not all too prepared. And the way that I build is I just need to place the first block. The rest of it will come. Now I'm just looking up something here quickly. Because alright. Let's go to spawn and see if I can get, if not get this done, at least get it started. And I probably need to type everything correctly. So Misfit, if you so you would not have seen this yet. So it's a little bit out of render distance, but we're gonna get closer. And this is going to be Misfit. This what you're going to see now is just simply amazing. I'll be hopping in a few. Need to work on the Santa secret gift. I also need to do that, Susie. I did get my little piece of paper telling me who I need to gift a gift to, and it's actually, well, it's actually quite funny who I need to give a gift to. Sarah's Furniture Armor Trim Shop. Future Armor Trim Shop. Okay. Well, Misfit, have a look at this. Isn't that just simply amazing? So, with this, I need to give a shout out to what's his name, Charlie Custard, who's got this website with amazing step-by-step build instructions. If you just Google Charlie Custard, you can have a little look at what he's doing, what his builders are doing, and this has been commissioned from Charlie Custard, and I think this is just such a beautiful, amazing, Christmassy sort of build. I don't know, when I saw it the first time, I was absolutely amazed. Just look at how tall it is, and I think it gets us all into a little bit of the Christmas spirit. Yeah. So, if I understand correctly, this biome has been set to be permanent winter, and it is always and forever snowing, just to give us a little bit of the Christmas flair. And that's just about perfect. And now we need to see about where we're going to make a build. Now, is there absolutely no way for me to get up there without using my elytra? Huh? Didn't want to waste a rocket on that. I've only got 18 of them with me. But I guess we can just have a little. Yes, Susie, I went to his website earlier today just to check out what it's all about. And yes, I have to say it is quite amazing what he is doing. It's absolutely amazing. But now I need to find a little bit of space where I can actually build a little something. Now, it's not going to be very big, but I think it's going to look amazing. I've been looking for inspiration today, and since I'm pretty much done with my starter base, I was thinking let's take a break from the everyday things, or the things that I do every day on the server, and just have a little bit of a something different to do. And that something different is definitely going to be trying out this little build, see if we can get something nice going. And we'll have to see how it comes out. As always, I'm not fully prepared, I think, but that doesn't matter because we will make it work. Once I place the first block, I guess the rest will just fall into place. Let's just figure out a corner here. What is... Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which direction should the door go? I guess we can make a corner piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So just about this size, I think, is going to be perfect. Even though maybe we'll have to get rid of this tree, but we'll see how things work out. Maybe we do, maybe we don't. We are never going to know before we actually place a few blocks. Well, no, this is for the height, but I think I can go with it. We'll see. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out, and then we'll try something different. Ow. I better stop doing that. Because otherwise I might just unalive myself at some point in the close future, which isn't ideal either. Must remember that I do have an elytra and I can actually glide down. Alright, now that I've got the corner pieces in, I need to decide on one thing. Which direction is the door going to look at? And I think the door needs to look right there over towards spawn. Because if not, why not? I mean, we've got trees at the back and we've got trees to the side. On the left-hand side, we've got this amazing Christmas tree and this workshop that almost looks like a Christmas present. Misfit, I don't know if you've seen this. This is adorable. This is something that we have to give a shout out to Charlie Custard. You are welcome to check him out on, you can just Google him. So what Charlie Custard does is he's got a website where you can buy these step-by-step instructions and plans for these builds, and we got this, or the server SMP admins used one of his, is it plans, blueprints, whatever you want to call it, to make this specific build to mark our winter wonderland. And this is the first time I saw this coming in from a distance. Let's just go towards spawn. So when you come in from spawn and it slowly starts to render into the world, it just looked so amazing. But then again, as I'm always telling you, Misfit, if hubby calls, you better answer the call. I mean, your family is definitely more important than a few minutes on a stream. So I'm not going to keep you from your family, but I wanted to just go and have a little sleep. Because now, as you can see, the night creatures has already come out. I don't want to deal with them, and it seems that nobody else on the server is planning to take a little nap. Fortunately, we have a few beds available for community use, so I can just quickly jump into one of them. And so, Misfits, does hubby come home every day for lunch? Or how does that work? I think if I remember, you said he is a sort of, is it like a mechanic or something? So I would assume that he's not working from home or anything. Oh, so he just calls you. I get it. When you said hubby called, I thought he was there and he just called you over or something. My mistake. So yes, right over here, I'm going to build my little Christmas hut, or whatever we shall call it. So I already placed the corner blocks, and this will be white. And as you can probably tell by now, I've got a weird fascination with the pale oak logs, especially the stripped pale oak logs. Yes, you know what, Misfit? Also work, well, to be precise, I also work about 8 miles from home. But look, if I only come home at 7 p.m., then it's probably just about well, a 10-minute trip to get home. If I come home 5 p.m. in peak traffic, then it's up to like 30 minutes to get home. So yes, obviously that is not feasible to go home for a lunch break. Even though over December's, like my wife is on holiday over December while I do still work. And sometimes if I've got the time, I might pop home for lunch break, even if it's only being home for about 30 minutes or so for lunch. And that's not really for lunch break, it's just to take a little bit of a break from work and just spend that little bit of extra time with the wife and my son. Because I mean, this time of the year is a time for family. It's a time for being with your family, being with your loved ones. And in my line of work, I don't get a lot of that. Misfits, you see, the problem is I cannot take any time off over December's. From October to December is peak time for retail trade, and we can absolutely not have any time off. So that makes it a little bit difficult. Misfits, I've said it before, but I don't think you were on the stream. I have spoken about it quite a bit. I work in furniture retail in a senior management position. So, yeah. Look, Misfit, so the story about me and retail, it's one of those, when I finished school, there wasn't really any money to go and study or get a college education or university education. Yes, I'm the boss. And then my boss, I'm the boss of all his people as well, apparently, because that's a different story. But anyway, let me give you a little bit of insights about the whole retail thing. So after school, there wasn't really any money available for me to go and get a college education or a university education, so I needed to step directly into a job. And I don't know, as things are, retail is probably the easiest industry to get work in, so I just went into retail. Now, it's definitely not for everyone, and to be brutally honest, I wish I wasn't in retail. So even though I'm kind of the boss, well, I am the boss, but I've also got a boss, and he's also got a boss. The nasty way that retail works. But yes, so look, there is definitely a lot of very rewarding moments in retail. But yes, I think the worst part of working in retail is the hours that we work. So like I say, I'm in a management position. I've got a store and a warehouse that I look after. And then I also take care of a region with about 10 stores and 3 warehouses. Whenever the regional manager isn't available, I'm responsible for the whole region. So I have come a long way, but it's still not, like I say, the hours is the worst part of it, and dealing with customers. And I think you know all about dealing with customers, having worked in retail yourself at some point, if I remember correctly. I think this is more or less where the door should be. And then should have a little window over here. I don't know, let's just take a little bit of a step back and see. Now, I cannot say that I am in love with the pale oak planks. I do definitely like the pale oak logs. The pale oak planks doesn't really do it for me. Yes, I am Misfits. I do remember you saying something about working for Toys R Us. And like I say, yes, there's some pretty good moments in retail, but then there's also the sucky moments. Definitely not for everyone. So I'm thinking maybe we should just replace these planks with logs. And remember to have a carrot every now and then. So I was thinking maybe with the logs we can maybe put them in different orientations every now and then. Maybe a little something like this. And then, as we found out the other day, the calcite looks really nice if you mix it in with the pale oak. Now the diorite I've also considered, but I really don't know how well that will fit in. Can maybe just see, the diorite is a little bit too much, I think. A little bit too grey. And the normal diorite, I think, is just a little bit too busy. But then, if I'm looking at these 4 blocks together, that doesn't look totally bad, does it? That might actually work. That could actually work if I take out the and I'm sure I did bring wool. Let's just make a bed, because Otherwise, these night creatures are going to keep bothering me. I don't have time for that. Now you'll see just when I finish making a bed, somebody else is going to sleep. And then I would have wasted my wool. Or not. High-tech meatball banned by Seribot. What an amazing bot. Coming over here offering me free views or free viewers. Like, who wants free viewers anyway? Especially if we can do it the good old way. With hard work and let's see. Really? Well, no, let me not say I wish it was cold over here, because I don't really. The only problem I've got with the current heat is the flippin' bloody mosquitoes. We are, well, we are in opposite sides of the world, where you're having winter. We are now smack bam in the middle of summer. And I'm telling you, the air conditioning at work doesn't work. Or we've got 3 big aircon units and only one of them is working, and only one is definitely not enough for the size of the store where I am located at. It is excruciating in there, especially between about 2 p.m. and or between 12 and 3 p.m. That's the worst time. I don't have any to be honest, you guys running this Fahrenheit mess for temperature, I don't really get how Fahrenheit works. But I mean, if you're talking 64 Fahrenheit, that's apparently very cold. Today, our maximum temperature in my store today was just about 42 degrees Celsius. And I'm telling you, that is really excruciating. The outside temperature was around about 32, but with my store has black ceilings, and the ceiling is really close to the roof. So all that direct sunlight comes into the store, and it's just, I'm telling you, you know that chicken you put in the oven on Sunday for Sunday lunch? We feel like that inside the store at times. So I have asked for a quotation for the air conditioning people to come and fix the air cons, but obviously you know how things go. They do not need to sit in the heat like we do, so we will probably wait until next year for them to come and fix it. No, Misfits, I know you don't make the rules, but you know, this whole temperature thing just makes me, it's just there to confuse us. We're all living in the same world. Why can't we just use one universal sort of measurements? The same when you get to miles and kilometers, or pounds and kilograms and all that. It's just confusing. Mm. Should have enough diorite and calcite for this. No, 17 degrees Celsius, that's not cold. Misfit. Did you say that's about 17 degrees Celsius? 17 isn't so bad. We go into the negatives in winter. And it's not even snowing over here. Well, in Minecraft it is, but real life we don't even get snow. When I go to work in the mornings, it's usually still either, if it's not 0, it's close to 0 degrees Celsius. And then, yes, I think that's a little bit of a misconception about America, is when you watch movies and it's winter in America, you always see all these snowy scenes. And I think that causes a little bit of a misconception about how things actually are over there. But yes, the point I'm making is just that 17 degrees Celsius isn't all that bad. I mean, I guess it's bad enough to grab a blanket and cuddle up with the doggos. It's not all that bad. All right, not there. Where, in which state are you? I know you are in the west. Probably what's west? More towards the California side of America. If I've got my geography right here. I just want to jump back and grab a few extra resources. You say below 23 is freeze. Look, to me, if I could have the weather at oh, you are in Florida. Yes, if I could have the ideal weather all year round, to me would be roughly between like 20 and 25 degrees Celsius. But you know what? The thing is, I think you adjust to the temperatures, and your body gets used to your temperature where you live. And so when I first moved to the city that I'm living in right now, I came from a place that got much colder than what we get. And these days I feel that, geez, the winters does get really cold. I probably shouldn't go back to where I grew up, because I might just freeze to death in winter over there. Oh. Hold on. You say you never adjusted to the north. Well, I think some people just like things warmer than other people. Okay. Sorry, if I'm quiet, I'm just trying to think a little bit. So I do have a sketch in front of me of what I've got planned for this little building. But obviously, I don't go into creative mode to design my builds. I just thought I do make a little, like almost a hand-drawn sketch of what I've got in mind, what I want to build. And then I just start placing blocks. I mean, sometimes it works out, other times it doesn't really work out as well. But I mean, if we look at my starter house, in the end, it usually does look pretty good. And for now, this is just the base shell. What's going on in... Oh, okay. You know, the problem with playing on an SMP is that sometimes you get distracted by the chat. Now, usually I will just let me maybe just do that. Chat settings. Let's just do that. So that I don't get distracted by the chat. So next up, I'm going to try and use some of these quartz slabs. Look, Misfit, it's really something to get used to. And to be honest, some days I don't know how I am doing. I mean, yes, my build is looking okay and everything, but I don't really or I haven't really been interacting with a lot of other players. Yes, here and there I do interact with other players, but not really all that much. And I think the whole point of being on an SMP is that that interaction, which I'm still trying to get my head around. As I said, I'm very much of a loner when it comes to playing Minecraft. I'm not really that interactive sort of person. I think it should be something like this. Oh, bother. Yes, the family server does seem like a really fun place. And like you say, you know everybody on there. Well, it's a family server. Everybody in there is basically family. I mean, even your son's girlfriend, I think you can maybe, I don't know how the relationship is, but I guess you can call her family as well. Oh, you've known her since she was about 6 months old. So then in either case, even if she wasn't your son's girlfriend, um, I guess that qualifies her as being family anyway, whether there's any other relationship or not. In my personal opinion, that qualifies as family anyway. So how did that relationship happen? If you've known her since she was about 6 months old, then I would assume that your son and his girlfriend practically grew up together. So how did that come about? Did they just one day decide, well, we like each other, and that was that? No, I don't really know about this roof now. Should the I'm thinking maybe the courts should come out one block. This is looking really kind of flat like this. Oh, so it's one of Papa Mullet's best friend's daughter. You didn't even know they were talking because we live in different states. Then one day they told us. All right. Well, I guess that works. um. Ooh, I do like this. Just take a little bit of a all right, Misfits, you want to get back on and play a little more. That's totally understandable. And you're more than welcome to do so. I mean, I do enjoy our little chats, but I kind of feel preoccupied tonight. Lucas, hello and welcome in. Are you actually you're on Twitch? That's awesome. So how's your day been? We are just playing on the SMP tonight. I'm trying to build a little bit of a Christmas cottage, and it's well, it's getting there. It's well, there's definitely something going on here. Whether I like it or not is still a different thing. I'm not totally sure yet whether I like what I'm doing or not. Oh, you heard about my plans? Where did you hear about it, if I might ask? Well, now, I obviously didn't make much of a secret about it. Um, But yes, like I said, I did do a little bit of planning. Obviously not too much planning. Well, I basically do like to just let my builds come alive. And this one kind of feels like it is struggling a little bit. It's not exactly... Well, this build isn't exactly being easy right now. But I will figure it out. I'll definitely figure it out. Thinking maybe we put a stair there. Stay over there. Then we do slabs and we take out this slab. Oh, you've joined in the beginning and you heard about it. That's awesome. So you've been here for a while. How was school? I mean, it must be horrible still going to school this time of the year. Well, I know, like, my son has finished school almost 2 weeks back for the year already. So I can't imagine it being fun still having to go to school this late in the year. Let me see. I guess this can work. No, Lucas, Misfits, I've been watching a few, or for a while now, I've been watching Misfits streams on Twitch. And, she's just here supporting me. Yeah. So, I just one day found her streams and found her way of playing Minecraft, and she will tell you she's been, yo, 41.2 degrees fever. That's not good, Lucas. Did you at least go to a doctor or something? Because that doesn't sound healthy at all. But yes, as I said, we've just been, I've been watching Misfit streams for a while, and when I started streaming on Twitch, she came over and apparently she enjoyed what she was seeing and she stuck around a little bit. And we, oh, tell him I say hi as well, Misfits. And just while you're at it, tell him to stop streaming on my slot. This is this time slot is my slot. So Muck should just chill, wait an hour or two longer, because he doesn't sleep anyway. Muck doesn't sleep anyway, so he can just wait an hour or two longer. Then we can all watch his stream together. Me too. Misfit, you say you just stay because I'm awesome and such a great person. Well, thank you very much. I do appreciate the compliment. I'm not always good at taking compliments, but I'm trying. And a good friend once told me to, if you don't know what to say, just say thank you. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah, so basically, my first streamer that I watched on Twitch, also a very small streamer, Chill Canada is the channel's name, or the streamer name. And so that was basically the very first streamer I watched on Twitch. And then he streams about 2 hours before Misfit streams. Yes, you should know him. So yes, he streams usually overlaps with your streams, Misfit, by maybe an hour or so. So that was the first streamer I watched. And then after he finished streaming, I was looking for somebody else to watch, and then I somehow ended up with you. And like I said earlier in your stream today, Misfits, I made a joke that I might need to start unfollowing. I might need to start unfollowing some of the people I'm following on Twitch. And now I lost my train of thought. I can't remember where I was going with this. But yes, Misfits, if you know Al from Chill Canada, that's basically how I met the Drac's Clubhouse team, or the guys, they usually hang out over there a lot. So that's how I actually got to join this SMP. And he's just a really nice chill stream. I do enjoy it. And I think Al kind of the fact that he's streaming, and I mean he's a little bit older than you and me, and probably Delhi as well. Good evening, Delhi. How are you today? And welcome into the stream. Al was also your catalyst for everyone. And hello. Well, hello. Yes, I think I assumed as much from the little bit that I've seen of you today, Delhi. That it seems that you had a kind of a difficult day at work. This tree is gonna have to go. I hope nobody minds. Misfits, Daily is on my stream now. Everything gets better on my stream. Don't you know that? We'll just keep his mind busy, make him forget about all the crap he had to deal with. And just chill for the last hour at work. Or maybe for half of the last hour. Because eventually he'll need to get ready to leave for home, and then all the bad things can just be left at the office and kind of forgotten about until tomorrow. Or what am I saying, Delhi? Leave the work problems at work and worry about it again tomorrow. Why not? So to be honest with you guys, I felt when I started this stream, I kind of felt that it's feeling a little bit slow tonight. Or not that, not the stream feels slow, but I'm in that, you know how you get when you start a new project sort of thing. Your mind is still kind of with the old project or the previous project. And then you're starting a new project and you don't really know where to start, what to do. I think when I started the stream tonight, that's where my mind was with this. But the more I go on, I think the better it looks as it's coming together. Things just seem to be falling into place. And you know, Misfit, sometimes you'll have those days. Yes, Delhi, exactly that. We've spoken about it before and I'll say it again. Leave the work problems at the work door. Now, that being said, that's always easier said than done. Because I always say I'm going to leave my work problems at work, but they always tend to creep into a pocket somewhere or something. And they sometimes do come home with me. So, Misfits, you said you felt that way all day today as well. Well, it didn't show in your stream, really. Because, I mean, you did make those awesome terracotta, glazed terracotta thingies in your castle. Or in your towers, which looks very awesome, by the way. Delhi, this time of year, though, too, I do get into a funk. I'm not a big fan of Christmas stuff and whatnot, so this month I may be a little off and not my normal self. Delhi, you know what? Let me tell you a little bit of a secret. Which, well, I guess it's not all that much of a secret. I'm not all that much into this Christmas stuff as well. And I think that's what is making this little build a little more complicated for me as well, because I'm into it. I'm into trying to do something with a little bit of a Christmas theme. But the Christmas stuff, you know what? To me, especially working in retail, Christmas just feels like sort of a time where businesses are trying to make as much money as possible, and it's not really in the spirit of what Christmas is supposed to be anymore. I think it's been commercialized way too much. And that's kind of sad, because you're losing the real spirit of what Christmas is supposed to be. But like I say, me working in retail, I only have Christmas Day and the day after Christmas off. The rest of the days I'm working all the time. Thanks, Andrea. I have no clue what I'm doing. Usually I have some kind of plan, but this build is hard. But Misfits, you know what? The build is hard, yes, but you are challenging yourself. And honestly speaking, with you only being on Minecraft or playing Minecraft for such a short time, your builds are amazing. You're doing really good for the short time that you've actually been playing this game. So Delhi, it pauses. It's definitely something seasonal for me. Yes, it is definitely something seasonal. Now look, my grandfather passed away. Geez, I'm thinking how long back? Probably about over 30 years back. Well, maybe just about 30 years back. And since then, as a family, we haven't really had much of the we haven't really had much of a big deal when it comes to Christmas, and I think that sort of affects me as well. Growing up since, well, let's say since about being 12 or 13 up to for 20 years after that, we didn't really celebrate Christmas all that much or that big the way that we used to. So to me, it's also just like I say, it's more of a Christmas these days is more about the shopping than about what Christmas is really about. But it is still hard if you need someone to talk to and no one is around. Misfits DC Discord is always open, and mine as well, Delhi. I mean, we haven't spoken on Discord at all, but you're welcome at any time to put me a private message in Discord. You wanna chat, you don't really want to talk in a public space like on a live stream, you're more than welcome to pop me a Discord. I always say, and Spooky and I have had the conversation a lot. I can't always help. I can't always say the right thing, but at least I'm an ear to listen. I think that's it. Sometimes it helps just to talk. Yes, daily, like I say, anytime. I mean, I think we've gotten to know each other in these streams quite a bit. So I'm kind of glad to say that I see you as a friend. So I'll always be there if you want to just want to get something off your chest. The DMs are always open. And like I say, even if I don't respond quickly or whatever the case may be, the DMs are open. We can always have a private conversation. But all right, let's see now. Maybe take a little bit of a step back. How does this... What do you guys think? The shape is looking all right. I think it's coming together. Yes, all right, Daily. Great, enjoy the lurk. And if you guys will notice that I fixed the lurk will only trigger once now. For some reason, the commands was like going out 3 times when somebody used the command. And I actually figured it out and fixed it. Awesome stuff. So I am using what is it? I'm using streamer.bot for combining my chat, and then streamer.bot also does the commands for me. And they've got quite a bit of pre-configured commands. And I just had to go in there and for some reason the lurk command was set to trigger 3 times, which I honestly can't imagine why. Now we need to kind of figure out how exactly this is going to work. And I'm telling you, me and roofs are sort of kind of worst enemies. I'm definitely not too good at building roofs. But I guess it's not all that hard. You just need to get the basic shape right, then everything will fall into place. Maybe just another few stairs. Yes, as I say, Misfits, I think if you well, the thing with roofs is it's the same as anything else. You just need to place that first block. Once you've got that first block sorted, then things will just start falling into place. Now I wonder if we should maybe replace this with a stair as well. We'll see how that looks. So I think if we do this, we just bring it in like that, then that's going to solve my roofing issue, or for the edge of the roof at least. And then I seem to be all out of quartz. But alright, I know I can get quartz. I want to just start filling in this roof because I'm thinking needs to go something like this. That's going to be a stay. And go. So Lucas, what are you trying to hide? All right. That command is definitely not set up. Whatever that's supposed to be. What is the hide command supposed to do, Lucas? Oh, somebody slept. You don't know? All right. Doesn't matter. At least you tried. If you don't try, you will never know. You know, I've got a saying that I always tell my staff is that if you never ask, the answer is always no. And I think that comes down to trying things as well. Thank you, Misfits. Yeah? The saying that I've got of if you don't ask, the answer is always no. And I think that works with other things as well, like trying out things. If you don't try it, you will never know whether it's going to work or not. And yes, I've got a lot of little sayings like that, or little phrases like that I always use. I think what there used to be a
No, Henry's at spawn.
Hello, Susie. Hello, Susie.
No, he's streaming.
Yes.
I have a stream in the background.
Yes, I'm also streaming. But do you know what happened to the quartz chest that used to be over here? I was just coming over to buy some quartz, and now I see the chest isn't here anymore.
Oh, hold on.
And Misfits, I don't think the in-game chat
Hi, Henry.
comes through on the Twitch streams.
Oh, can't
Hi,
hear
Susie.
you.
No, I was
There
just
we
talking
are.
to
Hello.
my chat. So what I was saying, there used to be a chest here where I could buy quartz, and now it's not there anymore, and I need some quartz.
I don't know where that's gone. But if I can look and see if I have any quartz if you want.
If you could, I'm busy over there building a little something in the winter wonderland, and yes, I ran out of quartz.
Do you know how much you need?
Maybe a stack or two, not that much.
All right. All right, I'll have a look in my chest and I'll come
Okay.
over to you.
Okay, 100%. Thank you, Susie. Misfit, you say I have the best laugh. I mean, I never thought about my laugh. Misfit, can you tell me, do you when Susie was speaking now, does that audio come through on the stream or not?
Oh, there we go.
Here I am. So do you have any for me?
Say that again, Henry.
Do you have any quartz?
Haven't. I need to go and look.
Oh, all right.
I just had to do some admin stuff.
Oh, all right. No problem. So you'll find me over there in the winter wonderland. If you don't have any, just pop me a message. Then you don't need to come all the way over there unless you want to. You're welcome anytime.
All right.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
Look.
Okay.
No problem.
Thanks. Bye. Oh, you could. Yeah, that's awesome. I always wondered whether it's working or not. Yes, Misfits, I know you think I've got the best accent, but I never knew you enjoyed my laugh as well. You know what? To be honest, I think I just don't laugh enough. I think I take life too seriously sometimes, which isn't a good thing. I can just grab this and then hopefully Susie would be able to assist with a little bit more. Yes, I know life is too short to be serious all the time. But I think we are just life gets so, well, it just gets so serious. I mean, we honestly, most of the time, what do you have to laugh about? That's maybe like a totally wrong way of looking at it, but it's just how things feel. And especially like Delhi has been saying as well, this time of the year, it's supposed to be a happy time. It's supposed to be a time where we all where we're all happy and laughing and whatnot. But it doesn't really work like that. Lucas, there's a saying in Lithuania, he who doesn't take risks doesn't drink champagne. That sounds a lot better in Lithuania. But that, Lucas, that does make sense. He who doesn't take risks doesn't drink champagne. And that's exactly, it comes down to exactly the same thing what I'm saying. If you don't ask, the answer is no. If you don't try, you will never know whether it's going to work or not. And Misfit, you say you laugh at everything. If there's nothing to laugh at, I'll laugh at myself. That's that's really difficult. I'm too serious of a person to laugh at myself all the time. Sometimes I'll do something funny and in my head I will laugh at myself, but never really out loud. Delhi stupid humor is really I agree. It's something to laugh about. The thing is with stupid humor, ne? I think if you don't laugh at it, you're going to cry about it. So then laughing is much better. Misfits, you're saying get up, go find your wife, go find your son. Those two right there is all the reason you need to be happy every day. If you have family you love, you are the richest person. And I agree with that, Misfits, and I do feel exactly like that. You know what? Those two are definitely what I live for. I've always said you get times, you get tough times, and you get this feeling of, geez, but what am I doing in this world? Why am I here? Things are just going so bad, and sometimes you might even consider I don't know, I don't want to get into suicide talk because I've never really had any thoughts like that, but then when you get in these really depressed times of life, I will just sit back and think about what I have to live for, and those two are exactly what keeps me going. Through all the tough times and through all the hardships and everything, um, everything I do for them. I don't really do anything for myself, and that might also not be the best thing. You should, I mean, we should all look after ourselves as well. But everything I do, I literally do for my wife, my son. They are everything. That's exactly what you're saying, Misfits. Family is everything. And I even want to go as far as saying, not even just family is everything. Because, you know, family, well, I'm a funny person like that when it comes to family. I'm not really all that much into families, everything. But like my wife and my kid, my wife, my son, they are my everything. When it comes to family, I can still imagine my life without the family part of it, but I can never imagine my life without my wife, my son. They make the everything that you go through every day in life, they just make it worth it. You know what? When and it's a small things. Misfits is not even anything big. It's the small things. Like my son will say something. I can't think of anything specific now, but he'll say something small, and to some people it might sound insignificant, but to me as a father, that just sounds like, it just makes you feel that you get that proud feeling, even though it's something that's really small and really not of any big anything big, but you get that proud feeling. And I mean, you should know exactly what I'm talking about. You have children as well, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. And as you say, family doesn't have to be blood either. I have adopted family that I count in there too. And that's exactly, you know what, Misfit, sometimes those family members that you kind of adopted, that's not really blood. Sometimes those people are worth more in your life than actual blood. Well, that's the way I experience it. Now, I don't, at the moment in my life, I don't have I'm trying to think if I've got anybody like that, and I can't really think of any. I think as life goes on, I used to have friends like that where they meant more to me than a lot of my family does. But if I'm trying to think right now if I have any friends like that, I honestly don't. I need to just grab. Wait, what? Sorry, God. One sec to get me through. Like Miss, it's something, or one of the things that if I really do think about is like he would do small things. Like when I'm home and he makes himself, let's say he's making himself a egg sandwich or toasted cheese or something, where he will just come into my office and ask me, Dad, do you maybe want toasted cheese? I'm making some for myself. Would you also like one? Small things like that, him being considerate, I think. And we've always felt that we've raised him good. You know, I always get irritated with people or with children that doesn't know the value of please and thank you. And I feel that at least we raised our son to know about please and thank you, even though sometimes he does slip his mind. But yes, he is 15 now. He just turned 15 in October. So when he was younger, we had loads more of those moments. But they do still come out every now and then. Hello. Hi.
Well, I need to mute the stream because I don't like hearing myself. There we go.
Oh. All right.
It was blocks, right?
Yes,
blocks?
normal quartz blocks, yes.
All right, here you go.
Okay, thank you so much.
I got another stack for you just in case if you need.
Look, if you go to my base, you will see I build with a lot of white blocks, so they always come in handy. Even though I like the pale oak more than quartz because it's got a little bit more texture.
Yeah.
I do use a lot of quartz slabs as well.
Nice.
All right. So thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Trying to figure out a build. You know, I don't pre-plan them in creative or anything. Just place blocks and see where it goes. So I'm just trying to figure out something.
Yeah, sometimes that's the best tactic for building.
Well, for me it is. I don't. I always feel, why should I build it in creative and then come into the survival world and just build it again? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's double work. Yeah. But all right, thanks a lot for the quartz. I really do appreciate it.
You're welcome,
and
Henry.
I will make good use of it.
There we go.
Right.
Right, I'm gonna go back to my usual schedule. I'll see you later.
What are you busy with?
I'm currently working on the Secret Santa gift.
Oh, I need to do that. And you know, the funny thing is, well, the person I picked for my Secret Santa, is like, maybe it was destiny.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, but let's leave it there. But all right, enjoy. We'll talk again. Let me get back to work.
Good luck with the building.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Susie. Misfit, sorry, yes, I was otherwise occupied, but let me get back to chat. Grade H, I can honestly say when he grows up and becomes a man and he's like that, it will make you a whole new level of proud. Yes, I'm sure it will, Misfit. It's just you know, and you've been through it. These teenage years just sometimes gets a little bit of well, a little bit out of control. You know how they get. Because currently you need to I think he's at that stage where you need to ask him to do something probably 2 or 3 times, and then it still doesn't always get done, and then you get to a point where you get really mad at him because he's not doing what you're asking him to do, and then he will just come and do something like one of these small things, and it just makes everything better again. I'm really, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm just trying to get a sort of a shape going, and we'll see. Yes, Misfit, they have to go through it. It's growing pains for us, and I guess we were the same way. Thanks, Lucas. Again, I really do appreciate you hanging out in the stream. As always, I should be back on tomorrow, same time, same place. And I'll definitely catch you then. Thanks for hanging out. And as I said before, even if you're not always active in chat, or if you're just listening in the background, that is also more than appreciated. I appreciate each and every little bit of support that I get. And you must have a lovely evening, and we will speak again. I guess I am also going to get off of here in a few minutes. I just want to see if I can get this roof shape sorted out. Because the thing is, Misfits, as I said, today I was working until 7 p.m. and when I have this 7 p.m. shift, it does become, because then I start my stream late, and well, not really that late, but still I like starting at 8 p.m. local time, and then when I work the 7 p.m. shift, it's just simply not enough time for me to start at 8 p.m. And then it does feel like the streams are a little bit shorter, because then I don't get to the 2-hour mark. I'm only like an hour and 40 minutes in. And I am trying to at least get to 2 hours every day, especially for now, while I'm still early on in this Twitch thing. Well, I'm saying for now, but I guess the longer I'm on here, the longer my streams will get eventually. I think as you get into it, you probably start streaming longer. So Misfit, tell me, when you started streaming, I know you're still early on in streaming as well, but when you started, have you always done the 4-hour streams, or did it evolve over time or become longer over time? You say you might put Max stream on and nap. If you're being honest, you're so sleepy for some reason today. Yes, so when I'm done streaming, I might also just pop into Max stream, because usually, like, when I'm done streaming, I go and I have a shower, then I lie in bed watching either YouTube or Twitch, and just to end the day off. So, well, we might see each other in Mux stream. I'm not 100% sure yet. Yo, you're saying, Summer, you did 2 4-hour streams. Well, unfortunately, I don't have that luxury with having a full-time job as well. Then I think for now, the best I can do is the 2-hour streams, and that's fine. I mean, at least I do have a little bit of time to stream. But I can just not imagine myself speaking out loud for 8 hours a day, 2 4-hour sessions. That right here, right now, at the moment, to me, that sounds like just a little bit out of reach. And besides that, I doubt my voice would survive that. No, I know there's definitely no right or wrong time that you should stream for. I'm basically just asking out of curiosity. You know, I ask people, like when I asked you about the face cam thing the other day, I didn't have anything else than just being curious about reasons for doing it or not doing it. Like I say, if you don't ask, the answer is always no. If you don't ask, you will never know. You say you hardly talk when you're not streaming. You're actually a very quiet person. It took a lot to force myself to talk like I do. You know, Misfit, I'm in a way the same when it comes to that. Because I usually don't have I don't have a problem talking in front of people, and if I have something to say, I will say it. It will be let out. But for the most part, I am really also kind of more quiet. For the most part, I will speak when spoken to, sort of thing. So me, actually being on a stream where I talk for, well, at the moment where I talk for 2 hours straight, that is a little bit of a strange feeling, or a strange thing to me as well. It's not something that I thought I would ever do. You know what, when so over the last year and a half, I was making YouTube videos, and like I said, I did try streaming for a while, but I didn't really get into it before. So, and making the videos, basically, you can talk for 5 minutes and at a time, and you just cut everything together to make a video. But on a stream like this, you basically well, you can't really plan too much when you, I mean, for a live stream, how much planning can you do? Yes, you can put together a few talking points and all that if you if you want to go into that. But you can't really plan what you're going to be talking about, because in my opinion you use the chat to guide the conversation. With a stream, it's not, well, if there's nobody actually chatting, then it becomes a little bit of a one-sided conversation. But in most cases, somebody will say something in chat, and that will lead the conversation in whichever direction it's going to go. You say you plan nothing, you go in and you're just as surprised as everyone else. And that's the way I see it. That's the way it should be. I mean, I'm really bad at planning things. So I usually don't plan. I just also go in blind and take it from there. I mean, sometimes I will have an idea of something that I might want to discuss, but usually it's not. Usually you just go, you let the stream go where it goes. And where am I going to put a little sign up? People should just know this is my little spot. Progress. I think that's good enough. But all right, Misfit. I think I'm going to call it here for the night. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I know you've probably got many other places where you could have hung out. So I really do want to thank you. I do appreciate you picking my stream to hang out in. Again, we've had a lovely conversation, and I do appreciate all of it. So thank you so much. Have a lovely evening further. We might just see each other in Muck's stream. Don't know what I want to do yet after this. But have a lovely day, and we will catch each other tomorrow then. Goodbye.